What's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classic Fun blog, coming to you tonight talking about rest in peace to all the fintech apps. The level of DeFi is being disrupted. The level of freedom to make that undercover money is going away. That flea market sale money is going the way of the dodo. Now, listen, why am I doing this video? But first, who am I? I'm Erica Williams, author of Smartphone Millionaire book, How to Invest in People, Businesses, and Real Estate from the palm of your hand. If you can, come on in the chat, drop a city and state so I know where you're coming from, and hit the like button. Many people hop on to maybe do some barbershop work, some hair braiding, some side businesses, something they just dabble in every year. They bake some cakes, they sell some plates, they just doing what they need to do, just doing something for a little bit of hustle change. Well, guess what? Uncle Sam want to know about that hustle change. He want to know about your uncle fixing them cars under the tree. He want to know about all those little unique ways you're making money. Because here's the facts, all right? We have tax issues. And if you need a book to reference, let me grab this one off this table over here. This is a good book for you to reference. This is Ray Dalio, Changing World Order. Now, here's why am I doing this show? It's not all doom and gloom on my shows, but it's to make sure that you're prepared for the next level in earning and investing your money, right? That's why we do this show. So a lot of people use a lot of these Cash App, Zelle, a lot of these small little, units. Now, here's the problem with our banking industry. Our banking industry is doing a very old school, bias-filled, prejudice-filled blocking of loans and money and movement of money. So this is why, I can go take $10K to the bank. And if I want to put a $10,000 in one, they're like, oh, you got to fill out this form. You're putting more than $10,000 a day in here. When I personally know people who work in construction, who work in handyman services, who make that daily, get checks like that daily. Over weekend projects or big painting projects or big construction projects, they get that money. So some of my theories on it is loose change, right? When we used to have a jar where you collected your loose change, that thing would stack up fast, right? You could keep track of it. Oh man, look at all that change. I got to go take it to the coin place. Now you're using your debit card for everything, using credit cards for a lot of stuff. Even at the flea market today, I offered every single person at the farmer's market today where I bought about maybe $200 in groceries. Hey, I have cash. Do you want cash? No, just go ahead and swipe the card. No, it's just easier for me to swipe the card. Now, here's twofold. It's easier for them to keep track, right? It's easier for them to keep track. It's easier for them to keep good records. It prevents them from having to stop by the bank, right? But they're also adding to their own demise of their accounts, right? Because you want to have some freedom in the way your money moves. This is why people are buying gold and silver, right? And gold and silver is heavily manipulated right now, the prices. They should be through the roof, but they're not. The problem is the guy or girl who doesn't know how to properly structure their business to benefit, right? Something Todd Milley said in his, he was doing Tweet Talk podcast. And he was like, he gets so mad when people say, oh, you're not gonna be able to buy a house unless you have a W-2. Well, the fact remains, if you have a business, you can issue yourself a W-2 by using QuickBooks, using a lot of payroll systems that will come straight from your regular account. But the average kind of hustle mentality is I put the money in, I take the money out. One of the things I learned when I worked at Papa John's, every single Papa John's driver in there had a house. And I was like, dang, how y'all have a house? Because an ex-banker was in there and told them, start documenting your tips, all your tips for a year and a half. And you guys will be able to qualify for a house. And they were. So the government's assumption is, look, I can't go squeeze Kanye West. I can't even squeeze Elon Musk. I can't squeeze these big guys because they're going to figure out more ways to get around this economy. Now, there was a very popular video on YouTube. It's been taken down multiple times. I can't find it. I tried to find it the other day. It's an older white guy. He owns multiple businesses. And this was when Barack Obama was in office. And they said, hey, we're going to raise taxes. All right. We're going to raise taxes on people making over $200,000 a year. Businesses making over $250,000. This was when Barack Obama was in office, okay? And this business owner said, no problem. No problem. And they said, we're going to raise taxes on people, businesses making $1 million. Guy said, no problem. Guess what I'm going to do? Like every other business owner out here, I'm going to break my one company making $1 million into 5. I'm going to make this my advertising arm. This is my marketing arm. This is our construction company. This is our other company that does something else. And now instead of one company that made $1 million, you're going to tax it crazy. I've got 5 companies making 200,000. And I have employees at all these different companies. Now, what's also happening at all these different companies? He can go to the bank and get financing for every one of these companies. Right? So what ends up happening is the government knows they can't chase the big dogs. They're looking for Grandma Susie, who's selling an extra 3 to 10 grand a year, but she's still getting Social Security. They're looking for cousin Ricky, who keeps filing unemployment claims, but yet he keeps having enough money to buy a new Dodge Charger. That's what they're looking for, because you don't have enough money to fight. And honestly, because you're not structured properly, they can go in and garnish your accounts. Point blank, period. Really simple. So here's the problem. How do you get around this? How do you fight this? How do you structure your business properly? If you're in any of our courses, we've talked about this a lot. I just did a video. I recorded it. I'm going to upload it to the Rise 20% class and also the digital real estate class, because I literally step by step show you. I started an LLC that day. I went over to nav.com, bought a business loan builder, started the email, started everything, operating agreement, you name it, it's set up that whole one day. Knock it out in one day. Got a phone number associated to it. So what happens, right? I even got it listed on Yets, which is listed on hundreds of directories. If I go in the bank in 2 weeks and apply, guess what? They look up my business, even though it's brand new. It's in multiple directories. It's in multiple, the phone number pops up, everything. Google Places pops up. All that stuff pops up. It's a legit business. The problem is a lot of people want to run a little flea market business, a little side hustle, and they don't want to track the funds. So they can afford to buy cars, they can afford to buy these things, but when they go to the bank, they really can't get the documentation. This is where cryptocurrencies, even though I've been a harsh proponent of cryptocurrencies for many years now, harsh, like, oh Lord, be careful, y'all, wait a minute, and harsh proponent of certain type of stocks. I have gone to plenty, like thousands of dollars, like $80,000 at this point, of trainings from various aspects of business. And so when I went to those events, I got to see people do stuff like captive insurance that I've told you guys about. That's a very creative thing. I'm not going to go into it. I don't have the time tonight. I got a dinner I'm headed to, so I got my timer here. I've told you guys about business interruption insurance and how companies here won't even let you get I am a Pisces. They won't even let you get an office space unless you have business interruption insurance. What is business interruption insurance? If your business was making 200,000 last year and something weird happens and you have a bad month, you can file a claim. If you have a fire happens at your office, you have a injury happen at your office, you fall down the stairs, you can't physically be at your office. All these things will allow you to file a claim and get a check for how much? If your business was making 200 a year, means it's making 15,000 a month, maybe. Right? Get a check for that. So there's all these levels to information and ways to prevent your business from falling down that I learned in between businesses. I learned when businesses went under. I learned when I couldn't get loans. I've learned a lot of these things by doing. And see, a lot of people out here playing and hustling here and there with no structure. And they're the easiest people to get caught up in these easy government traps that the government thinks they're trying to put out there for folks. So what is the thought process of the bank when they see this money moving like this? Why the heck you moving money through Zelle, right? But not through us, right? Because when I go on Navy Federal, prime example, and I want to go give money to a cousin or something, whatever reason, it'll say, is this a Navy Federal member or is this a Zelle, right? So Zelle. Oh man, they gotta do it, right? But they want their email, they want their name, they want the memo filled out. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why? Because they're going to keep a track of this. I'm going to tell you, prime example, I work with my accountants, and there was a driver we had. We couldn't get him paid through Walmart. We cash apped him. We Zelled him. We Venmo him. They literally about flipped a brick in there, because there were several months where I was spending about, the limit on Cash App is about $7,000 a week. And I was sending that to family, friends, spending stuff, businesses, stuff, just moving stuff around. Just boom, 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 moving stuff around. And my accountants literally looked like they were about to have a heart attack. They're like, where is this money coming from? Where's this money going? Who is these people? And I'm like, this is my employee. This is my contractor overseas. This is the boy who edits our videos. This is how we pay him through this app. And they're like, no, no, you can't pay them through these apps. It looks suspicious. And I said, suspicious to who? Suspicious how? I've been a businesswoman making over 250,000 for multiple years now. Several years, 400,000. What's suspicious about this? Well, because it's questionable. And these are accountants who handle millions of dollars. They're an accounting firm with multiple people in office. You have to realize that banking and accounting are still about 10 years behind. They're playing a extreme level of catch up. They're like, holy shit. Money's moving everywhere. Again, the underground economy. Right now, there is a flea market in Austin off Lamar Road. Off North Lamar, not South Lamar, North Lamar. And it's just a Hispanic-based flea market. It just is what it is. They've got about 12 food trucks in the parking lot. Okay. They've got armed guards, men with guns, dressed out with security, decked out, bulletproof vest on at the door and walking around. They got them at a couple restaurants here, especially on a Friday night. I've been to some of these Hispanic restaurants. They got the security up in there, right? Because there's cash moving around there, lots of cash, and the government can't count it all. They're like, damn, how can we know how much cash is going over there? And that's what the government wants. The government doesn't want, they just want to know. Pay attention to IRS. It says, hey, even if it's stolen money, please report your stolen money, or you're going to get taxed on it. If you don't want to be taxed on stolen money, please return it by the end of the year. Think about that. The IRS said, I don't care if you're a prostitute. I don't care if you're OnlyFans. I don't care what kind of hooker you are. I want you reporting that money. Because every single citizen, they're doing the math on how much they have to raise these taxes. You dig what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm trying to keep track of my time. But let me go ahead and plus out these articles because I ain't trying to be here all night because I got to go. So let me go ahead and do it. All right, here we go. And here's, again, you guys are like, you're always talking about Black people because it's important, okay? All right. Native American on paper, but you look at my face, I look Black, okay? Black wealth on the rise with progressive crypto investors. Now, this is very important. I want you guys to understand why this is so important. Banks are like, hey, yeah, I can't give you any money, but I make more money than everybody I know. If the average American, I remember going to a bank one time, I said, the average American makes $30,000 a year. I'm making 12 times that. And you're telling me I can't get a loan, even with a 700 credit score, and I don't have no payments because I just have paid off cards. I just have 2 credit cards. Yeah, we just, we just can't because we just don't understand your business. And maybe if we put your business down as e-commerce, or maybe we put your business down as consulting, and all these crazy answers that made no sense. The guy said, well, if you have some assets, I can loan against it. If you have some properties or some land, I can loan against it. Why, when I have a bank account full of cash, why can't you give me a loan? This is how antiquated banks are. And it wasn't even shocking. I would go to private capital companies, which I'm currently doing now for our real estate project I'm doing here in Central Texas, building these 3 houses. And literally, they were like, oh, girl, you good. Here you go. Here's your paper today. Come on, here you go. Just bring 20% down. You're fine. I'm like, anything else? No, that's it. It was done in an hour. Yeah, we're just going to put it on your business name. That's it. You're done. And so when people say, Erica, what is the future? What's the future? And I keep telling y'all, it's going to be business ownership. I know you hate hearing that. Grant Cardone just did an interview with Ryan Pineda maybe a month ago, I think. And he said, sorry, my hair is on the microphone. He said, business. It's real estate, but business. And that's the problem. People get really upset about the courses. People are selling courses. If 4,000 people buy a $100 course from me this year, y'all, how much money is that? Please put it in the comments. If 4,000 people buy a $100 course from me, how much is that? Put it in the comments. Put it in there, baby. Mm-hmm. Okay. So as you're putting here, so here's the deal. You're looking at the screen here, right? You're seeing what I'm looking at. I hope you are seeing what I'm looking at. Let me see. Make sure everybody's looking at the same thing I'm looking at. Okay, good. It's up there. It's on the screen. Good. All right, so I'm gonna put my glasses on because I can't even see a thing. I can't say, honey. It's a shame. I shouldn't took my contacts out earlier. Okay, so 23% of African Americans own cryptocurrency, as well as 44% of investors of color. And again, investors of color, cough, Native American, Asian, Algerian, Albanian, everything that's not white. Cryptocurrency market was tripled in less than a year from 77 billion to 2.7 trillion. Now, why are they so focused on this? Why are they like, these black people, 23% of black people buying all this currency? Because they're trying to figure out, how do we get y'all money back into the banks? How do we get you to put some of this money into the banks? Black people hold 3.8% of $116 trillion wealth in the United States, leaving them severely disadvantaged in the position to close the wealth gap. Okay? So first thing they're thinking is, clearly, there's some more money out there. Y'all not reporting all the monies because y'all got some money to throw up in here. That's right, 400,000. So 4,000 people times $100 product is 400,000. Good job. Okay. So what happens is, now all these articles are trying to, what's going on? Situational awareness. Bold steps are being taken in the Black community to make up for lost financial time. Now, let's just go there. A lot of people are like, how can I put $1 in something? You know what I'm saying? And get $100. This is part of the whole penny stocks and crypto mania in our community, if we're being honest. Okay, let's just be honest. Okay. And so something I told y'all about, if you're in my Facebook groups, we're going to do a live one and I'm going to talk about it more, is M1 Finance. If I put $5,000 today, if I have $5,000 at the bank and the bank's like, yeah, I can't do nothing with you. Sorry. If I take that $5,000 and I put it with M1 Finance, M1 Finance will give me a 20% loan. What's 20% on 5,000? I need your participation. There's 419 people here. Participate. Make this worth my while, because I'm about to go to dinner and I ain't got to be doing this. I could be just getting ready to put my face makeup on. Okay. So if I got $5,000 and I put it into M1 Finance and I get 20% on $5,000, what is that? Thank you. That's $1,000 loan. Now, how many times do people go to these PayPal loan places, these quick fly-by-night places, trying so hard to get small little loans because they're short on some money? Every day and twice on Sunday. A lot of these Hispanic owners, if you see some of these articles, what end up happening is they would take their money, and they've been buying cryptocurrency for a while. And finally, Coinbase, a lot of these crypto, anybody here know what BlockFi is? BlockFi, BLOCKFI. Okay, so BlockFi, they go in there and they go, oh yeah, well you got you got 3,000 in here, no problem. We'll go ahead and give you a loan on the cryptocurrency you have in here, no problem. You can invest in BlockFi. You can invest in several of these sites. I'm going to make a second book, an updated book on laddered income. The volume 1 is on the Classic Climbers blog, but I'm going to make a volume 2. We're working on it, collecting all these new ways people are investing. But again, pay attention. Cryptocurrency awareness is also higher among minority groups, with half of Black Americans, Hispanic Americans, and Asian Americans expressing familiarity. I can't even talk. With cryptocurrency, while only 37% of white people answered the same. Now, let's just go ahead and go there. Why is that? These people are looking for new ways to make money. Like, these people are on the internet day and night like a vampire with a flashlight, looking for new ways to make money. Okay? And so anytime you have stuff like Chime Bank blow up, a lot of these superstars get these debit cards to get you into these banks. They let's pay attention. And people don't think this matters, but it does. It plays into this whole argument. Jackson State University, they have Deion Sanders down there. Now, this is an argument of contention I got with Asia, no disrespect, but I was like, how often do you donate to alumni? Oh, I don't donate anything. I go to all the games. The freaking schools need your money. In order for them to progress and have better school and better system, they need your damn money. They don't need you to go to football games. They need your money. But they will take you going to the football games as a way to do what? It does put some money in the school's coffers, but not a lot. So this year, Jackson State University, they sold out almost every single game. They sold out the Peach Bowl in Atlanta, bigger and 3,000 more than the white schools coming to their filling out bowl. So they know there's money out here. There's money in the market. Okay. The money that they just showed Jackson State University, if I was Jackson State University, I would go out and say, if every person in here gives us $1 or $10, we could change this school. If everybody here gave us $100, we could change the whole football program. But that's the problem. How would we get that money over to Jackson State? How? You either collect money at the gate, right? People would do what? If you gave people a choice right now, they cash out that money. Right? If you gave them a choice, they'll Venmo that money, right? I personally bought a supporter brick for Jackson State University. It was $125. I'm gonna go see it when they put it in. So what's happening is these communities have money, right? They have money, and the banks are not doing good marketing. Now, banks do great marketing, taking advantage of us, giving us subprime loans, and every year, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, they end up paying hundreds of millions of dollars. Like right now in Texas, Austin, Texas, a Bank of America has a $17,000 loan, like a gift. It's not a loan; it's actually a grant to help you close on your home. And when I was looking to buy a home, they were like, "Hey, you got to get this. You got to get this." And I was like, "What? Why are y'all pushing this so hard?" I decided to research it. Come to find out, Bank of America just lost another court case. So they had $460 million where they had to go back and gift in grant form to help people close on their homes. So guess what? I fit the criteria. I was a woman and I was a minority. So they were, please take this money. We'll help you close on your house. So these banks are not stupid. They know there's money out here. They know y'all making money. They see y'all filling up football stadiums. They see y'all buying cars. And now they're trying to figure out, how can we get some of this money? Part of why you see these other groups not as focused on this, and I'm going to say it with a nice way, it's because 9 times out of 10, they're still doing the old, maybe like business hustle. And what do I mean, the business hustle? Because a lot of people get mad at me when I talk about business and, oh, the average business owner only makes $80K a year. If your ass won't so in debt, okay, if you had a house and a wife making $80K a year and y'all were on a budget, you'd be fine. But see, $80K a year is not enough for these people who want to flex on the gram and stunt everywhere. It's not exciting enough. Again, that's part of our problem is every business has to be flashy or we won't do it. That's why Bitcoin is sexy. That's why Robinhood made all this money off Black people. Hey, y'all should invest in the stock market. Look at these rappers we got talking about Robinhood. You dig what I'm saying? So that's how Robinhood made $1 billion up off Black people. How does BET, how does Fox and CW, they make all this money bringing out a bunch of Black shows, get their ratings up, get their sponsorships up, then drop all the shows. So there's money out there. Okay? Yes, Renee, I was talking to Diamond Dave about that before he posted it, but yes, that's true. And so the inside world of Black Bitcoin. Okay, again, I was skeptical of Bitcoin because a lot of times what you have is people who do not even understand the process. Clubhouse too, yeah. Clubhouse made a bill off Black people. And look how quickly it dissipated, right? Like there's still people running on Clubhouse every night. I'm not even shitting you. Grant Cardone end up inviting 100 different Black business owners to come to his office off Clubhouse. Come on, man. Again. So anyway, they had this thing at Howard University where 1,500 mostly Black people gathered to talk about crypto. Why? Because you see what the government's doing. If you aren't smart enough to get the first hustle, they're gonna get you on the back end. Now, what do I mean by this? The first is, and will always be, having a business. And I know Black people get so much pushback, and I don't care. I'm gonna tell you the truth because until I take my vacation in 2 weeks, a little less than a week now, I'm gonna tell you the truth. The fact is, I can go start a cleaning company and make $100K in a year. I can go start the pallet repair business and make $100K and got somebody else driving the truck picking up the pallets. I can go start the diabetic test strips, okay, and make 100 bands. I can have 4,000 people. Shit, I can have 1,000 people over a year buy $100 product and make $100K. That is business. You guys want to do the juicy, sexy stuff by buying the G-Wagon and getting over leveraging the crap that doesn't matter. Business can be simple. Okay? Business can be simple if you wanted it. It depends on where you're going. So again, that's right, Anthony Wade. They're pushing all kind of NFTs now. The key here, what I want you to understand is the reason banks are circling in on these platforms is because we use them because we get locked out. Again, here's another article. These Hispanic women, right? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this thing right here. NFTs are a scam, right? Why are they telling people that? Because it's getting popular, right? So they have a dog walking business or a food stand, and they dropped out of college because their parents were in financial ruin. When they had 2 mortgages on their home, became 2 months, right? So their parents, again, what's the common central? Their parents didn't have enough money to really send them to college. So they sending them to college, and they're maxing out their house on mortgages. The young ladies find out that, they drop out and start businesses. Well, guess what? Their investments in cryptocurrency eventually allowed them to pay off those mortgages. All right, so they've got businesses, and they paid off their parents' mortgages once in 2017 after cashing out their Bitcoin to the tune of $100,000. They invested $300 in non-fungible tokens. They sold half their NFTs and made 90,000 cryptocurrency. Now, this isn't a video about me promoting cryptocurrency and all this other stuff. This video is for you to understand that the government is kind of looping in for those who are sloppy business owners. And so my expression to you is, I love Stripe. I love PayPal. The winners out of this. Why are they going to be the winners out of this? Because they've already set up their systems to loan you money. Same thing with M1 Finance. I knew M1 Finance was struggling when they sent out 7 emails in 3 days like, hey, look, we loan you money now. We can loan money now. Come on over here. We can loan money now. I was like, damn, I already got an account. Why y'all tripping? Hey, we can loan money now. And I was like, why is M1 Finance sending me 7 emails? Even when I went to FitCon, I talked to their staff. I'm like, y'all wearing us out with them emails. They're like, oh yeah, yeah, we're trying to get people into the new system. Because the only way these fintech companies are going to make it is if they are doing what? Loaning money. PayPal, people have hated PayPal for years, but I still get on the phone with some of y'all. And I'll ask you, what's your business bank account? And they go, PayPal. I go, girl, you ain't got no backup business account? No. You need to go open one today, immediately. PayPal's known for holding and locking people's money for the past 10 years. But people are slow to the game. So a lot of this stuff that you're seeing, and I'm giving you this kind of hedge warning, is the way they're doing the Zelle, the PayPals, and all that stuff, they're coming for crypto as well. Like, you're not going to be able to, I'm going to hide my money over there. Do y'all know how much crypto the government has right now? Do y'all know? And how they get it? They get a majority of their crypto from forfeiture assets. What does that mean? That means old Billy Bob, we pull him over, we think he's doing something illegal, and we take all his accounts. Take his bank accounts, we take his crypto, we take everything. We take everything. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? We take everything. So, if you're out here, and what I'm trying to get you to understand is you need to build your business correctly, right? I'm talking about the EIN number. I'm talking about the operating agreement. I'm talking about business bank accounts. No flimsy LLCs here. Use Rocket Lawyer. I use them a lot. Build that thing up correctly. And even on the right hand, you see the marketing on this article, which I love. Yield Street, investment starting at $500. It's not hard to DeFi yourself, right? The whole book, Smartphone Millionaire, was for me to show you all these ways I put money in. I put a little bit of money in when I wrote this book in Coinbase and Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Litecoin. And I laughed about it. I was like, yeah, whatever. I just put a little bit. I think I did like maybe $1,000 a pop, or no, it was like $500 a pop, so that I could truly say when I wrote the book that I did invest. I looked up, my VA is checking the emails. Hey, we have all these Coinbase alerts. Do you want to do anything? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I look up, it's Coinbase. It took us 2 weeks to get back into Coinbase. I get in there. My Bitcoin was somewhere around $21,000, if I'm not mistaken. I think I have like a third of Bitcoin or something ridiculous. I have like a third. I bought it like in 2016. And so I'm sitting there like, holy, I got $21,000. Oh my God, what do I do with it? Right now, look, that's just it. I didn't invest ever again. I didn't keep watching it night and day. I went and did what? Build my business, right? And somebody said, well, you should go back and focus on this. I can, if I focus on building my business and marketing my business, I can get 100K in a month. I can't guarantee that with crypto. I can't guarantee that with investing in real estate. I can't even guarantee that with investing in alternatives. I can guarantee that in a business, and I can guarantee high income with a job. If push comes to shove, right? So a lot of you are asking which companies are great. I'm not going to do all that. We're not doing all that. If you want to talk more about that, we'll talk more about it inside our classes, because I give thousands of information away, thousands of dollars information away. The new company I have hired, they actually want to take some of my videos down. So anyway, so my biggest thing for you is to research, right? Because even if I type in right here, what's fintech, right? Fintech's just a blanket term. It doesn't, if I just type in fintech companies, right? It's a blanket term. It's wide open. I encourage you to study it. So here it is, fintech, the top 25 fintech companies, right? If I go down here, we've almost heard of all these. Let me click right here, right? Why? Because they're more flexible than banks. Again, you've heard of a ton of these. Remitly, how we pay overseas workers, Robinhood, Chime, Affirm. What is Affirm? Affirm is buy now, pay later. It's layaway on the internet. When y'all see all those, and I'm talking that smack, when you see all those Instagrammers going overseas and taking trips, they're doing Affirm. They're doing buy now, pay later. They plan their week out. They plan their year out. JP Morgan Chase, PitchBook, Morningstar, Acorns app. I talked about that. Blend, True Accord, several of these. Very useful. But I want you to understand, there's like 250 companies. There's companies every day coming out. We'll never be able to tell you every single company that's out here, because they're all using different ways to make money, right? So again, the biggest and the ones that I told you again that are winning, again, the 11 biggest right here is going to be hands down Stripe with $95 billion. That's why I can have a $30,000 month and get a $30,000 loan, because Stripe knows, guess what? You have a business. You're bringing in income monthly. This is why I encourage people, if they have Stripe or PayPal, to have their business structured properly. Don't be just putting on your social security number. Okay? Now, why am I telling you this? Because the smaller account, Zelle, Pal, they're going to have to start loaning money in order to stay afloat. Okay? Carlana, I ain't never heard of that, but it's debit card, bill credit, buy now, pay later. Right? It's a fintech that finances customers shopping at stores like IKEA, HMI, and Etsy. What happened with Etsy? This company's valuation tripled. It's based in Sweden, but guess where they're organized? United States. They're worth $2.2 billion now. Doing what? Selling to the United States. Kraken, San Francisco's largest cryptocurrency exchange. Okay. Chime. Who do you see with Chime Bank? You see Chime Bank in the hoods. In the hood. Right? It's offered no fee checking accounts, a debit card, and overdraft protection. I promise you. It's a starter credit. They have a starter credit card. Lots of people use that Chime in the hoods. Okay. What's going on here? Plaid. You've ever seen Plaid? You've seen it on Robinhood, Coinbase, Venmo to connect transfers to their bank account. Again, what is this business doing? It's servicing. It's a middleman in between. A middleman business. Who? Stripe? Stripe offers, if you make enough money consistently, Stripe gets you paid every day. Automatic payouts. Automatic payouts. Okay? All right? All right? So let's keep it moving. Robinhood. Robinhood made $11.7 billion off the hood. Y'all can say what you want. Robinhood made all that money off the hood. Okay? Vladimir and Bunjing, Stanford grads. Again, if you want to send your child to a school where they're going to really connect with high value men or future high value men, Stanford is the place. And I think Grant Cardone said that his daughter can only go to 3 schools: Harvard, Stanford, and somewhere else. I can't remember the third one. Because he want to get them daughters married off of, you know what I'm saying? And they only 11 and 9 years old, and he's already planning for where they're going to go. Okay, so let's not get it twisted. All right, Robinhood more than tripled its year-over-year revenue for the first 3 months in 2021 with 331 million. Why? It's very controversial app. You see the quotation marks? Controversial app and fractional shares. Brex. It's a company that sells products designed for startups. Why do people like Brex so much? Because it gave them a what? It gave them a business vendor account. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Respect the channel. Get the likes up. Okay, a three-way tie between Hippo, Jim, shit, I forgot what it's called. Y'all see that up there? I'm about to that and Wise. So again, these companies are offering services. They're being middleman to millions. Every little bit I keep telling y'all about middleman to millions. That's what these companies are doing. Okay, they're just offering middleman services. You dig? And they're making all this money. Okay. All right. So again, what are your questions, comments, and concerns? There's 673 people in here right now. Hit the like button. I think I provide you high quality conversation. I know somewhere someone's talking about big booty Betties, and I'm not. I apologize. Tiffany, it depends. Depends on the business. I say, why do I ride the paddy wagon of LLCs? Because most people are not going to ride the paddy wagon. To incorporate, you need other people. LLCs can be a single member LLC and going down the road. A lot of times you guys have to first work on, Doug, put classyclimbers.com in there for me. We only got 52 likes and it's 500. It's 661 people in here. Come on, y'all. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So LLCs are easy to get into. You can actually beef them up with operating agreements. You can beef them up by having your address, your phone number, all your stuff matching in the database. It's much easier for you to get paid. Okay. Oh, thanks, Doug. That's the other channel. Classyclimbers.com, y'all. So anyway, drop some questions you guys have for me, but I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. The reason I put RIP into them, because the companies that are going to make money are the companies that can give you loans, because then they make that middle ground in between. Stripe will literally say, here's a $30,000 loan. We offer $4,000. We're going to take off the top. Flat fee. We're not going to offer all this other stuff. We're going to take a flat fee of $4,000. Are you okay with that? Okay, sure. No problem. Now imagine if they have 1 million users, they take a $4,000 fee off of. Right? And that's just me on the low end. I have friends who've shown me their Stripe account where they made 150,000 in 1 month, and they loaned them 100,000. They didn't give them 150, they gave them 100,000 in a month, and their one-time fee was 10K. So imagine if there was a ton of people who just killed it in e-commerce, and they're getting a $10,000 flat fee. $10,000 flat fee times 1 million people is what? They're making the money. Shadows Rain, no, it's what the IRS is doing is they're trying to get those companies to do 1099 forms. They're trying to get those companies to get on board with the way PayPal and Stripe do. Like my Stripe one time got shut down because I had one Stripe account that had my social security number, and I had not paid my taxes yet. I had not done my turn around my stuff. And it held every payment. It held like $40,000. I was like, what's going on? And it was because I had to go in there and update, okay, and sign my form that says this is my correct information for the IRS. So the IRS got Stripe, they got PayPal, they ain't playing with them. They got the numbers. They know how much you're doing. They do not have all the smaller fintech companies on board with the 1099 reporting systems. But the way they're doing this, I just told you, most people don't have banks. Most people are using these platforms. So some people are falling through the cracks, right? All this cryptocurrency people are making money off of, it will be taxed. It will be taxed. Okay. And so a lot of people are like, oh, crypto's gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. No, honey, all this stuff will eventually be taxed. All this stuff, they're gonna find you. That's all. Don't worry. I definitely believe that business ownership is going to be dominant. Well, here's what I'm trying to tell you this ahead of the curve. What's going to end up happening is when you try to go get a job somewhere, they're going to be like, here's your independent contract form, right? All these people want to do remote. Like, oh, I want to work remote. I only want to work remote. No problem. Here's this 1099 form. So we don't have to what? So we don't have to do what? Pay for you to give you all these services, give you health care. Again, I just told them when I was on Super Slide's channel a little bit ago that, oh shit, he's texting me. Okay, I gotta get ready, y'all. I gotta go. I just told him on Super Side channel that what ends up happening is these companies, what they're gonna do is say, "Hey, we could offer you this job for 70,000, independent contractor, or we can give you healthcare benefits, all this stuff for about 45K." And people say, "Oh, nobody would ever take less money," but y'all don't understand the motive of people. People really get hyped on these benefits. And the reason I talk so bad about the benefits, especially in trucking, is I meet countless people who have benefits and haven't ever gone to the doctor, never gone to the dentist. They just want to know it's there, right? I had a friend who he was like, one of his truckers ended up having a heart attack in the hotel, and he was like, "Dude, what's going on?" He's like, "Yeah, I've been feeling bad for months." He's like, "You could have, I gave you benefits. You could have went to any ER, any emergency care. You were covered." So you have people who really will take less money just to have benefits, quotation mark benefits, and they never use them. I worked at Papa John's. Every manager was in there paying like $1,000 a month. They had a family and benefits. And we had a manager with his front two teeth knocked out. And the regional manager came in. They were friends. He said, "Look, man, look, you're going to leave work today and you're going to get them two teeth replaced. I don't care if you get dentures. I don't care what you get, but you're going to get them teeth replaced." And now, in the long run, could he complain to HR about him? Sure. But he could also say, "Hey, we gave him a healthcare day." So you have a lot of people out here in these spaces saying they want benefits, and companies are going to use this carrot method in the next coming years. You're going to see this. "Hey, you can be a 1099 independent contractor and we'll give you more money," just to get out of paying for those benefits. Another thing that's going to happen is all these student athletes. All these athletes are out here getting paid all these various sponsorships, these cash apps, these Zelle. Do you know how many times I paid for promotions on Instagram and the guy was like, "Yo, cash app me"? I'm like, "Hell nah. You got to use PayPal where I can track you and get my money back, or we don't do it." I've been gypped on Cash App many a times. And because the platform isn't strong enough, these startups are just starting. They don't have enough safeguards to like, "Hey, I'm gonna track this person back and get your money back," or "Hey, you can file a complaint here or there." They just don't have it. Hit that like button. Excuse me. Can I book a session? Yes, you can book a session. It's that Calendly link. They're usually in the description. You can book it there. Just want to show some love. Thank you, Angie Pangie. So I think I answered that. This isn't a replay. This is live. Shelly, do you have a question? Do you have a question, a conference? You have something you want to ask? Can't beat it, no interest? Yeah. Nah, I don't want to talk about that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't have any interest in that conversation. There's plenty of people I can send you to, though. Are ATMs gonna die out? Nah, they're not. Because there'll always be off the books transactions. There'll always be need for credit. There'll always be a way for people to cash stuff. One of my businesses is selling on Etsy, and they just sent out an email making sellers sign up for 1099. If you don't comply, they'll shut your shop down. Thank you. Thank you. Confirm what I'm saying to people. I keep trying to let people know it's coming. You're going to comply. They're going to keep up this. They're going to listen. If Black people are putting billions of dollars into crypto, billions of dollars into the off market, Hispanic people too. This isn't just a Black thing. This is a Hispanic thing too. My friend worked and gave free tax repair, do your taxes downtown Austin. And a lot of Hispanic people would come down and she'd do their work and do their paperwork. And there would be men who would give her like all these 1099s, like 3 or 4. And she would say, "Okay, this is how much tax you can pay." And they go, "Well, take 2 off." And they take 2 or 3 off and she'd give it back to them. And she would do it because that's just was the rules down there here in downtown Austin. So the government knows y'all making this money. Right? They just trying to figure out a legal way to come back later and be like, "Oh, actually, your tax bill's 20K. Your tax bill's 30K." Right? Because we have 2 systems that are about to occur. You're going to have a lot of people who go up in income as far as high-paying company jobs. They're going to make 150, 200,000. When I bring people on here talking about tech jobs and y'all never believe how much they make, they're like, "No way." There are a lot of people making 180 and up, right? Not millions, not tons, but there are people making it, and you're going to have more people making it, right? You're going to have more people having investments that bring up to that amount. bring them up to these high amounts. And so the government's trying to figure out what to do here. Same way with my accountants. When I'm moving all this money around to family and friends and doing all this stuff, they're freaking out. They're like, Erica, this looks terrible. To banks, it looks terrible. To all these people, it looks bad. So, because they're still in antiquated systems. Thank you for your work. See you at the boat party. Yeah, we're still trying to figure out the date because I know I'll be at Asia's Detroit boat party the 28th of July. 28th of July. Then the first week of August will be in Chicago. May do a little meet up there. And then I think it's the second week in August we're going to do the boat party this year. I'm not certain. Yep, I'm a contractor now. There you go. Yeah, we still need all these people. We still need doctors, lawyers, teachers, accountants, engineers, former teachers, all this stuff. But you will still need to know, you will still have to have a way to report this stuff. You just will. You will need a way to invest. You will need a way to report stuff. There you go. There you go. You got to start using it. Use that dental. Go ahead and take your dental benefits. Use them. Don't let them not use it. That's the thing. Some people would not take that deal. They go, well, I got kids. I got this. I got that. There's a lot of people who would not take that deal. A lot of scamming. I didn't do my show yet because our two of our guests that I was going to bring on weren't available. One of our guests got the vid, but he'll be back, I think, in a week or two. And then another guest was busy, so I didn't do it. There you go. Well, there you go. Cancel your Medicaid. Don't trust Cash App. Yeah, I mean, it just is. You got to understand. When I was talking to the accountants, I was like, well, my family member needed something right then and there. They needed $200, $300. And they were just looking at me like, but why couldn't you go to the bank? I'm like, because they needed it right then and there. And they couldn't fathom and wrap their head around that. And you have a lot of that going on. Yeah, leverage that money. Put that money in investments. Banks won't die out, but there'll be versions of banks. Let me see. Do you think more industries are going to require you to have a strong credit score? So let's just be really honest. 100 million Americans have a credit score under 650. I mean, like the people that will need to have good credit scores are people who are going to work with money. You're going to be in banking. You're going to be in lending. You're going to be, and again, all these things, and I'm going to be very clear. I say this all the time. I'm in Apex. I go to Dallas every quarter with all these guys, and 99.9% of those dudes in the room, they either went to jail, something happened, something crazy, and they're white dudes. And they literally have a credit card. They'll start a business, hire somebody working phones, hire somebody to do the parts. They are literally middlemen to millions all across that room. The people who are overly concerned about getting a job, you may have to worry about your score in some industries. But most people, it's going to be business. You buy stocks on Cash App, that makes me nervous. Yep, nursing home companies are going 1099. Yeah, a lot of them. So you're going to see a lot of people doing this. A lot of people doing this. So look, I got to go to dinner. My friends are waiting. They're going to be mad. I got to go. So again, do you think credit card more expensive? Sometime in the future. Sometime in the future. Oh, look at that. Everybody, Erica did an excellent job on the digital real estate course. Y'all need to sign up if you haven't. Thank you so much. What else? So anyway, all right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. This is your girl, Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Thank you. Enjoy your afternoon. Thank you for supporting the channel. Everybody who cashed out. You guys have a wonderful evening.